Hello everyone. Today we are going to see about the lungs. In lungs, we are seeing introduction, anatomy of the lungs, the respiratory system, location and structure of the lungs, common respiratory conditions, factor affecting lung health, tips for maintaining some healthy lungs, fun facts about your respiratory system. At last, we can see the conclusion. Let us see about the introduction. The lungs are the vital organs in the human body, responsible for the process of respiration, which allows us to breathe on the oxygen and carbon dioxide with the surrounding environment. They play a crucial role in providing oxygen to the body cells and removing waste carbon dioxide. Anatomy of the lungs. The lungs are a pair of spongy cone shaped organs located in the chest or thoracic cavity, protected by the rib cage. They are surrounded by a thin double layered membrane called pleura, which helps reduce friction during breathing. Each lung is divided into lobes. The right lung has three lobes, while the left lung has two lobes. This asymmetrical arrangement is due to the space occupied by the heart on the left side. Let us see about the location and structure of the lungs. Lungs are a pair of respiratory organs located within the thoracic cavity of the human body. They are situated on either side of the heart, protected by the rib cage. Here's a more detailed explanation. Like in the location, the lungs are positioned at the thoracic cavity, as also mentioned, which is the chest region of the body. And they extend from the collaboration at the top of the diaphragm at the bottom. The right lung is slightly larger than the left lung due to the space occupied by the heart, which is positioned more towards the left side of the chest. In structure of the lungs, it contains lobes, bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli, pleura, diaphragm. Let us see one by one. First of all, see the lobes. You can see in the picture how the lobe is described. Each lung is divided into lobes, which are distinct sections. The right lung has three lobes: the upper lobe, middle lobe, and lower lobe. The lung has two lobes, the upper lobe and the lower lobe. The lobes are further divided into smaller segments that are allow for efficient gas exchange. Let us see about the bronchi and bronchioles. It is a tree-like structure, as you also see in the right side of the slide in the picture. The main air lines leading into the lungs are called bronchi, singular bronchus. The trachea windpipe divided into two main bronchi, one leading into the each lung. Inside the lungs, these bronchi further divide into smaller branches called bronchioles, which eventually lead to teeny air sacs called alveoli. Let us see about alveoli. The alveoli are the primary site of gas exchange within the lungs. They are tiny balloon-like structures clustered at the end of the bronchioles. Each lung contains millions of alveoli. These air sacs are surrounded by a dense network of capillaries, which are small blood vessels. Let us see the pleura. The lungs are covered by a thin double-layered membrane called the pleura. The inner layer adheres to the lung surface, while the outer layer lines the inner surface of the chest wall. Like in the opposite, the pleura helps reduce friction between the lungs and the chest cavity during breathing. Let's see the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle located at the base of the lungs. It separates the thoracic cavity from the abdominal cavity. During breathing, the diaphragm constants move downward, increasing the space in the chest cavity and allowing the lungs to expand. Overall, the structure of the lungs is designed to maximize the surface area available for overall gas exchange, ensuring efficient from the body during the breathing process. Let us see the common respiratory conditions caused by the lung disorders: asthma, COPD, pneumonia. Let us see one by one what is asthma. Asthma is a chronic respiratory condition that affects the airways, leading to the inflammation and narrowing of the bronchial tubes. This can result in recurring episodes of difficulty breathing, coughing, wheezing, and chest tightness. Asthma causes. The exact cause of the asthma is not fully understood, but it is delivered to be a combination of genetic and environmental factors. Some common triggers for asthma symptoms include allergens, respiratory infections, irritants, cold air, emotions. Symptoms. Asthma symptoms can vary in intensity and frequency from person to person. Common signs and symptoms of asthma include shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, wheezing, coughing. Asthma symptoms can be mild, moderate, or severe, and they can vary over time. In some cases, asthma symptoms can become life threatening, leading to an asthma attack or exacerbation. Let us see about the pneumonia. Pneumonia is an infection that inflames the air sacs in one or both lungs, filling them with fluid or pus. It can be caused by various infections agents, including bacteria, viruses, fungi, and less commonly parasites. Pneumonia can affect people of all ages, but it can be particularly serious in infants, young children, the elderly, and individuals with weakened immune systems. The causes of pneumonia: bacterial pneumonia, viral pneumonia, fungal pneumonia, aspiration pneumonia. Let us say bacterial pneumonia. The most common cause of bacterial pneumonia is the bacterium Streptococcus pneumonia, also known as pneumococcus. Viral pneumonia. Common viruses that can lead to pneumonia include influenza viruses, respiratory syncytial viruses, and coronaviruses. Fungal pneumonia. Fungi such as pneumoniaceae cause pneumonia, particularly in individuals with weakened immune systems. Let us see about the symptoms of pneumonia. The symptoms of pneumonia can vary depending on the age of the affected person, the cause of the infection, and the overall health status. Common symptoms include cough, shortness of breath, fever, chills and sweating, chest pain, fatigue, confusion, bruised lips or nails. In the shortness of breath, difficulty breathing or shortness of the breath, especially during physical activity, is a common symptom. Fever. Many people with pneumonia develop a high fever, although some of may have low grade fever or no fever at all. Let us see the factors affecting the lung health. Several factors can significant health, either positively or negatively. Maintaining healthy lungs is essential for overall well-being and can help prevent respiratory illness and other related conditions. Smoking and tobacco issue, air quality and pollution, like occupational hazards, allergens, respiratory infections, etc. Respiration process are two types. First is inhalation, second is exhalation. In inhalation, the diaphragm and dome-shaped muscle is also mentioned in the structure and location of the lungs must located at the base of the lungs, contracts and move downward. This expands the chest cavity, causing air to rush into the lungs. The intercostal muscles also assist in expanding the chest cavity during inhalation. In exhalation, the diaphragm and intercostal muscles relax, causing the chest cavity to decrease in size. This pushes air out of the lungs completely, completing the breathing cycle. Factors affecting the lung health: air quality, pollution, occupational hazards, allergens, climate, and weather, also mentioned in the previous slides. And lifestyle-related factors: smoking and tobacco issue. Smoking is the leading cause of the prevention lung diseases, including chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, lung cancer, and other respiratory illness. Second-hand smoke exposure is also harmful to the lung health. Physical activity, hydration, immunization, sleep quality, stress management, pre-existing medical conditions are also the lifestyle factors. Tips for maintaining healthy lungs. Let us say about spend time outdoors, improve indoor air quality, drink more water, don't smoke, don't vape, and encourage those around you to not smoke like it is a second-hand smoke. Exercise and stay active. Try breathing exercises. Avoid respiratory illness. Let us see the facts about the respiratory system. The lungs are the only organs that can float on water. Your lungs are not sterile and germ-free even in health. The common cold can be caused by hundreds of different viruses. Your nose is a filter, heater, and humidifier. Children who breathe directly from mouth are likely to develop a lisp while talking. You lose a lot of water just by breathing. Conclusion: we can see we can be completed. The lungs are essential organs, functions, anatomy, breathing process, gas exchange, lung health, COPD, like common lung conditions. Tips for maintaining the lungs. Thank you for watching.